Hi, I'm Megan Bloom.
Hi, I'm Taylor Johnson.
Hi, I am Sean Richardson.
And the organization we chose to do our case study about was the UMD women's soccer team.
And for our case study, we chose 5 concepts that we talked about throughout the year. We chose to discuss teamwork, cooperation, integrity, motivation, and success.
Roger Schenk addresses in his book, Teaching Minds, that teamwork is learning how to achieve goals by using a team, consciously allocating roles, managing input from others, coordinating actors, and handling conflicts. He also goes on to say that people do not have to do the same thing in order to work together, but they do need to get along and function as a team. Teamwork is such an important necessity towards the Bulldog women's soccer team. On any team, working together in team chemistry is crucial for success.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sean Richardson Show. Tonight on the show, we have a very special guest, Taylor Johnson of the UMD women's soccer team.
Hi.
Thank you for being here today.
I'm glad to be here.
Thanks. So today on the show, we're just going to have a few questions about your year, your team, how you deal with the team, all that.
Sounds good.
So basically this year, how did you ensure that you and your team had good team chemistry on and off the field?
Well, it pretty much started with our captain. She would organize all these events, so on the field, off the field, we would be together, we would have each other's backs, so pretty much if a team conflict ever came up, it was there, but then at the end of the day, we still had each other's backs, we were still there for each other, and we were best friends on and off the field. That's just how it has to be.
Because you need to have that trust. You need to be good friends on and off the field, because
right.
If you guys don't get along off the field, who knows if that'll interfere with the game itself.
Right. It's clear when you're playing a team what teams do and don't have good team chemistry, because they'll be at each other the whole game and just yelling at each other. You can just see teams that are just do not like each other.
Yeah.
And personally, being on the UMD women's soccer team, we have great team chemistry. We'll yell at each other on the field, like get on each other at times, but at the end of the game, we still give each other high fives, great game. Even if it wasn't their best game, we pick them up when they're down. It just makes for a way better season, a way healthier environment if you have good team chemistry.
Perfect.
Pasi Sahlberg states in his book, The Finnish Lessons, that the Finnish experience shows that consistent focus on equity and cooperation, not choice and competition, can lead to an education system where all children can learn well. To put this into focus of that of the UMD women's soccer team, replace Finnish with UMD, education system with soccer team, and children with players, so then it would rephrase as, the UMD women's soccer team shows that consistent focus on equity and cooperation, not choice and competition, can lead to a soccer team where all players can learn well.
So tell me, with all the different positions in soccer, it's not an individual effort. There's so many different aspects, offense, defense. How do you and your teammates cooperate all on the same level with all these different positions?
Well, on any team in general, it's not an individual effort. You need cooperation from all ends of the spectrum. Whether you're a redshirt or a starting forward or like the main goal scorer, it's all a team effort in the end. And like our coach said in an interview I watched after the game when we beat our rival Winona.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. He said, or the interviewer had said, the midfield seemed to play extremely well today. And our coach said, yes, they did. And however, it was because of our defense being so in sync with our midfield that the midfield looked so well.
Yeah.
So he will never point out the individual successes. He is very on point that it's a team effort, and if one person looks good, it's because of someone else doing something that made them look good as well. And so in the end, it's just if everybody looks good, then we have a great performance.
Yeah, exactly.
Julia Williams covers in her book, Jewels on Schools, that integrity is not about drawing attention to a personal issue. It is also not about using attention for its own sake. Integrity, I believe, is about researching, understanding both sides of a story, and then doing something about it. It is essential not only for the women's soccer team, but any other organization in general to trust who you are working with.
So for all sports, whether it be high school, college, or the professional league, integrity appears to play a very major role for all teams because you want to make sure you're respecting the players on your team. So for you in soccer here at UMD, how does integrity play a role for you?
Integrity is huge, not only with the players and the coaches, but just anybody that's involved in the organization, and in any organization for that matter, and any team. I mean, you have to be able to trust and respect the people you're playing with, the people you're working with, and the people that are coaching you. And you can't do that if not everybody's on the same page with being truthful and honest and working hard for the same goals. For example, say we had a practice and everybody's asked to do 20 push-ups and somebody does 10 or something. I mean, that's not only hurting yourself, but it's hurting the overall team because we all want to push each other, we all want to do our best to get to the same goal. And if somebody's taking shortcuts or cheating, it's hard to respect them and it's hard to form, like I was saying earlier, good team chemistry. And so, I mean, integrity is a huge part morally for the team.
Exactly.
As Sahlberg states in Finnish lessons, the United States, England, Sweden, Norway, and France, just to mention a few nations, are among those where public education is increasingly challenged because of an endemic failure to provide adequate learning opportunities to all children. To compare this to the UMD women's soccer team, they are all provided with the same opportunities. They then are all motivated by one single goal, to succeed and win.
So for athletes all around the world, there's always that sense of motivation or that push inside of them that really allows them to strive towards their goal at getting better. For you here at UMD, what's been your motivation to improve your game, not only on, but probably off the field as well?
I would say in general, overall, my main motivation is self-respect. I love soccer, I love playing the game, and I mean, every time you step on the field or in the gym, you want to get better, and I guess that's just my personal motivation to get better, to respect myself by doing that. And I mean, off the field, I would say self-respect too, because like for example, we just had our team banquet, and I guess last year the team won the Chancellor's Cup, which is the best GPA overall for any team, and the soccer team won it. And so that's another motivation, is to kind of like carry the legacy of the previous years. So that's one motivation off the field. And then a big motivation, just considering on the field, is playing for the seniors, just because they have put in so many years of hard work that it's disrespectful to them if you go out there and just kind of give a half effort. And so, I mean, you want to be respectful to your teammates, you want to push yourself. So in general, there's just so many motivations you could talk about, but I think those are the bigger ones.
What all these aspects leads to for the UMD women's soccer team is the overall main goal, which is success. Sahlberg states a reason that success isn't brought forth by just one person. It's by a group of people collaborating and working together to attain the goal of success. And at each start of a season, that's what the soccer team strives for, success.
So with all sports teams, as we're concluding our interview today, there's always the underlying idea of success, whether that be a team winning the national championship or if that's just a team that had an awful year the previous year, just trying to improve, get a few more wins. There's always a different idea of success. Can you describe to me what yours and the UMD soccer team's idea for success was coming into this season?
I mean, personally, my idea of success was the fact that I got on the UMD women's soccer team. For one, that was success alone. And being part of such a great team in general, I mean, that was personal success for me. And just training every day, being healthy, and, you know, trying to fight for that spot on the field, fight for playing time. I mean, the rewards come in so many different ways. And, I mean, for our team this year, we had the most success we've ever had in the history of UMD soccer. So it was just really cool to be a part of that, for sure. And we broke so many records this year. Our main our leading scorer, Maureen Stormont, broke 2 records. One for number of points earned throughout a season and number of goals scored in a season by a single person. We made it to the Elite 8, and the team that we lost to ended up winning nationals 2 games later. So, I mean, we were so close to being the best this year, and we really made a name for ourselves in the nation, which was so cool. And, I mean, the fact that we got to host up until the Elite 8 at UMD, I mean, poor teams had to come in from California to freeze at Duluth, but I mean, in general, it was just such an awesome season with so many successes that you can't even, I mean, I could talk for hours about them, but those were the highlights of it. So in general, all the things that we've been talking about through this interview, you know, team chemistry and motivation and all having the same goals, really paid off in the end. Everybody just working hard for the same thing, and, you know, everybody just having each other's backs in the end. I mean, there was no cattiness, and, you know, some seasons drag out for as long as we trained into November, and we see each other every single day, and it could have gotten really, you know, at each other's throats, but the fact that we just stuck with it, you know, said we are here for the same reason, this is awesome, this is, you know, record-breaking, history-breaking, you know, I mean, it was just such an awesome season to be a part of with a ton of success, so all those things really paid off in the end, which was really cool to be a part of, especially my first year here.